Good morning, Mack Elementary. It's Farmer Monica coming to you from your school garden. And this morning, I wanted to talk to you about transplanting. Now, you might remember in previous videos, I put new seeds in the garden. So I put seeds like kale and cauliflower, Swiss chard, broccoli, seeds of plants that like to grow in the cooler weather, so cool weather crops. Now, not all of these seeds germinated or sprouted. This could be for a variety of reasons. It could be because the soil temperature was still a little bit too hot. Maybe the seeds didn't get enough moisture, which is essential for seed germination. Or maybe the seed just wasn't able to germinate, and we say that then the seed isn't viable. So whatever the reason, there were some spaces left in our garden. So at my house, I decided to start some seeds and to let those seeds germinate and grow, and then to transplant those plants in the garden. So let me show you what I have. So here in this tray, I have a type of romaine lettuce that I've been transplanting in the garden and bok choy. Now, even in my seed tray, so how you do it is you put soil in each of the little cells, and then you put seeds. And you water the seeds, and then you wait for them to germinate, like this one right here, this little baby one right there. Now, as you can see in my tray, just like in the garden, not all of the seeds germinated. And that's okay, that happens, but a lot of the seeds did. And that has allowed me to take these plants and transplant them into the garden. Now, as you can see here, I've already transplanted all of these romaine lettuce into these true rows here, and I put a new tag, romaine lettuce. And then here, I left some spaces open so I could show you how it works whenever you're ready to transplant. So this is bok choy. So in this space, I'm transplanting the bok choy. So what I do is I take a plant, and at the bottom of each of these, there's a hole. So I push my finger, well, here it is. So what I do is I push my finger up, and the plant will pop out. So imagine this was still in the cell like that. I would push my finger into the hole, and this plant will pop out. And it's really neat because you can see the nice roots that are growing on this bok choy. You can see the nice stem and the first leaves, the cotyledons that have come out that are kind of shriveled at the bottom there. And then these nice beautiful leaves of this purple bok choy that are growing very nicely. So once you take the plant out of the cell and it looks healthy and good, then you come over here, and as you can see, I pre-dug some holes. So I had my trowel with me and my gloves. I pre-dug some holes so that as soon as I had the plant ready, I could just place the plant into the hole and then nicely just move the dirt around it. Press it in gently. Transplanting plants is a really great exercise in being gentle because the plants are really small, they're really delicate, and you really have to make sure that you're really careful with them, because just like when a seed is sprouting or germinating, it's a really critical time for the seed's health. So is transplanting. So you want to make sure that you're really gentle and careful with the plant as you transplant it. So there you go. So in this row, I have another bok choy that I've transplanted right there, and then another one right there. So in this garden bed, in our leafy green bed, the grades 5 and 4 bed, we'll have some new bok choy plants and some new lettuce plants. And then as you can see here, we do have some seeds, Swiss chard. So the Swiss chard is coming up nicely, and so are the kale seeds. So those are the kale. So in this bed, we'll have our nasturtiums at the end. Actually, the nasturtiums go around in a big circle. It's gonna be so beautiful. So we have our nasturtium, kale, Swiss chard. Now we're gonna have some romaine lettuce, some more kale, some bok choy, and some collard greens. And I think there's going to be a couple of mustard plants. Like here's a little mustard seed that's coming up right there. So So that's all that I have for you today. I hope that you have a wonderful Thursday and a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time. Bye!